With these colder temperatures comes an increase for things like frostbite and hypothermia. We all know that. But what are ways that you can stay safe? We talked with one doctor here at Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak who shared his advice.
The face, the nose, the ears, the chin, all of this is the worst place where you can get the frostbite the quickest. So it's really important to cover those things.
The quickest, given the extreme cold we're facing.
The wind chill has played a big factor in it lately. We've had a fair amount of wind. Even just today, it's only like 10 miles an hour. But add that to -5 and you're at, minus 20, minus 22 wind chill. People can actually get frostbite pretty quickly. 10, 15, 20 minutes. Doesn't take that long, especially when you have wet skin.
Covering up and layering the people you see here on the campus of Wayne State University.
I'm bundling up. I'm wearing as many layers as I can, just like my grandma taught me, but I don't know if it's really helping because my nose is still running so much when I'm walking to class.
Dr. Jim Getzinger with Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak says this season he's seen his share of cold weather-related injuries and adds all of this can be prevented. First, he says it's not the quantity of layers, believe it or not, it's the quality that counts. Just take a listen.
What you want to do is you want to keep moisture away from the skin. So the first layer you should have on is something that helps to wick away moisture. The layer after that should be something that sort of is a good insulator, such as fleece, wool. Cotton is okay, but it's not as good as the other ones. And finally, an outer layer, which probably consists of something that blocks the wind to try to prevent the heat loss. If you're doing things to help the hands and the feet, thick wool is good. It helps even when it gets wet. It helps to insulate. Mittens are much better than gloves. You're still radiating heat when you have gloves on. The mittens keep your fingers together and keep them warm.
And what we've learned in the course of doing this story is that the elderly and the children in our lives are more prone to frostbite. The reason, the doctor says?
The smaller individual has a higher surface area to body mass. And so what happens is they radiate heat quicker. And so they lose heat quicker. And so it's really important to have them in good layers to help retain that heat.
And the question on everyone's mind is, when do you call the doctor? Or when do you rush to the ER? Here's Dr. Getzinger now.
When you feel numbness, when you lose shivering, when there's altered mental status, if you see somebody who's lost shivering and they're cold, that's a bad sign. If they have altered mental status, they need to come in and get checked out.
In Royal Oak, Nima Shafei, 7 Action News.
Great information.